Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to export stems in FL Studio. How to export stems in FL Studio. First, you have to understand how stems work. You know, when you go to your file after you've finished making your beat, you go to File, you click Export. So when you go to Export and it goes to your destination, you go to your destination folder. When you click export, it's definitely just going to export maybe your project in a single file. But the way stems work, it works with your mixer. So what's the way it works actually? I'm just going to show you the preview. For example, you go to export. When you go to export, you go to wave. And if, for example, I want to save the project right here, you're going to see split to mixer. So this particular option here is what works with your mixer channel. But for the now, I'm just going to remove it and I'm not going to export. So right now, when you click that export, is going to export every file that is linked to your mixer channel. So before you want to do split by exporting your stems, which effect it will actually export each mixer line. So whatever you put in the mixer line is what is going to export. So so we have our sound right here that we have already created. So this is our different sound. Let me just preview the beat. I will come to the pattern. So this is exactly the project we want to export into stems in case you want to send it to your mixing and mastering engineer, or you want to send it to somebody else to be able to arrange the beat, or for use for another studio for featuring. So that is the main purpose why we use stems. Or maybe you want to convert the file into an audio version file for proper mixing and mastering. That is also the main reason why you export stems. So you want to send it to an external engineer to help you mix the track. For example, you have the songs right here, and you want to send it out for another recording studio for somebody to use there, and also to mix and master there. So you can be able to send out stems. Okay, but before you can actually export to stems, all you simply need to do is to make sure you route all your sound to the mixer. So this is my sound right here, this is my kick, this is my snare. And routing out to your mixer, you ensure that you're able to title all your instrument first to be able to know what stem it is. For example, I have the kick here, I have clap here, I have hi-hat, and I have snare. So which means this particular tree is already titled. Okay, you can decide to just go to title. I'm going to rename, change name. Where? Yeah, I'm just going to go to rename, and I'll just type kick. I'll just leave it at clap. I'll leave it at hi-hat, rename hi-hat. So you have to make sure you rename your instrument, especially in case you are sending it out to an external engineer, okay, for mixing and mastering. So that the engineer can be able to know all the different instrument name and be able to organize them. So this is the organizing we are doing right here. We have the grand piano, we have grand piano 2, but this grand piano 2, you can also title it as melody 1. Then mute guitar, string section. So depending on how you well understand your instrument. So we already have our bass here. We can just title this bass. So make sure you organize all your instruments. Then we are now going to link them to our mixer. Okay, and from here you can actually link them to your mixer manually by just putting in your mouse and drag it upward 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you double click on the inside, it's going to take you to mixer direct. Or if you don't double click inside, you can just go here, go to the mixer right here at the top, and your mixer will come out. But if you look into your mixer, you now discover that your mixer are not titled. Okay, And for you to be able to title your mixer, because when you render to your split channel through your mixer, is definitely going to title the audio. So your audio are mostly titled through your mixer. So if we know that kick number 1 is already in kick number 1, we're just going to play it. So you can come to your mixer right here and title it kick. Rename kick. So that when we export, it's definitely going to show kick. So I think I'm going to try it out right now. For example, I'm just going to put only the mix. I'm going to put all this one into 0. So let me export just that kick. I'm going to go to File, Export Wave. Then I'm going to go to my folder Stems. I just want to show you guys an example. I'm going to delete these ones. Okay, these are the ones I expected before, but I'm going to be deleting them. So I have deleted them. Then I'm just going to click save. Then I will go to split to mixer. I'll just go split to mixer right here. Okay, look at what happened right here. You see project insert kick. So you see what actually happens, it exported the master. This is the master right here, and the rest of the sound is not exported. You know why? Because the rest of the sound is not linked to the mixer. So I'm going to delete this particular one right here. So we're now going to link all the project into the mixer, and to get that done, to be able to carry all this label, since you cannot come here and label all the individual track, all you need to do to make it easy for you is to label all your sound right here. And by the time you label all your sound right here, we'll go to the mixer. Then we come here, we right click, and you go to channel routing. I'm going to you select first. You go to mixer, you go to channel routing. You'll see an option says routed selected channel starting from here. Or you also see the shortcut Shift plus Control L. When you click Shift plus Control L, FL Studio will automatically, by this selection, pull all this sound and link them automatically to your mixer. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to use the mouse method. So I'm going to go to channel. I'm going to click route selected channel starting from this track. Once I click, FL Studio will automatically pull in all this track and the title into the mixer. Let's go route here. Boom. Beautiful. So as you can see, you discover that the title in here is what is also here. FL Studio has actually automatically pulled in all the titles for us. But if you just use manual pull in the title by hand, the title will not come through. So you make sure you first of all organize your sound and title all of them here before you link it out right here. So right now our sound is right here in the mixer, and we want to export these project into stem. Okay, so the first you also need to another thing you also need to consider is to make sure that the on button is on, they are all on, and make sure you put them by default. You put all of them by default so that your sound can come out very well. Okay, so we're going to go to file, we'll go to export, and we'll go to wave. So we have different options, file option here. We have wave, we have mp3, but for your high quality project, it is recommended you use wave file. Okay, so we'll go to wave 5 and we'll go to our folder stems. So I'm going to our folder right here. So I'm going to click save. Then you come right here, click split mixer tracks, split mixer tracks. So remember we've already highlighted, remember we've already split our sound into the mixer. So what that particular option does is to render each individual track, the audio that is assigned to this track, because it's going to render through the mixer. So we're going to go to right here, we'll go to export, wave, we'll go into our folder stems, and we'll click save, and we'll click this particular button, split mixer track. So we're going to export right now. Boom. So you can see that the project, according to each different title, you see the bass, the clap, the current project, I think that's the complete. We have the grand piano, we have the hi-hat, the kick. You see the whole title that you did actually appeared here. So this will not enable the studio or the studio engineer to enable them to know the different sounds and organize and arrange them properly when it gets to the mixing section. It will help the engineer or sound engineer to be able to know what to do with the stems that you send in. So we're just going to experiment this right now. I'm going to bring in another new phase. So I'm going to open new batch where I'll bring in those stems right now. So these are the stems we exported. I'm going to drag and bring them in. Boom. So now you see the different stems that we've exported. And if you're going to preview, we're going to preview individual tracks. That's the bass. I'm going to remove this. I will go to the folder. Although it was not properly organized, so I'm just going to highlight. I'll bring it here. Boom. So you can see bass. You can as well move this around. So you can see all the stems are here. But if you look at this particular project, this is the main project itself. So FL Studio helped to render the main project so that you can have a preview of the original full sound. But for this project, we're going to remove this. So the mixing engineer can decide to keep it aside, but we're going to remove it among the stems. So project master. So this is the master side of the mixer, which is the master right here. So we exported everything. So we're going to remove this in case you want to. So we can keep it aside for reference. So right here we have all our instruments. So pretty much all our instruments are here, right? So this is just for if you want to export your pattern. But if it's a complete music project, I'm going to go to that project again. So this on our complete project, and I'm going to be exporting this particular song project for mixing and mastering in case you want to send out from your playlist. So what we're just going to do is to click on the song, which is our playlist. So which is our playlist. So what you're just going to do is to go to export. I'm going to remove this. So we're going to export everything that is here on the playlist, which is a complete full song. Okay, and this particular song may reduce between 6 minutes. Okay, so we're going to export this full project. So this song ranges from the intro, the chorus, the verse. Okay, so we're going to switch it to song, put it on a song mode, and go to export, go to wave, then go to your export folder. I title it stems. I'm going to my stems folder. I'm going to delete this particular project. So I'm going to click save. project. I'm going to click save. So I'm going to click split mixer track. So always remember to click this split mixer track. Okay, I'm going to click mixer track and I'm going to leave it full song. I'm going to leave reminder to put a tail on it. So you can export different files. We have a wave here, we have mp3, we have OG file. So depending on what you want to send out, but for a high quality project, we're always going to send out a wave file. So make sure you consider and activate this wave file button. So leave it on the highest 32-bit float, 512 and 24 bits is quite very okay. So make sure you put on this button split mixer track. So I'm going to click start. So right now is exporting the full song project. Okay, so let's wait till it's finished exporting. Going. Yeah, cool. You can see it has finished exporting, so it has automatically helped us to open a folder, and these are all the project files. So we're going to open a new project, to open a new space and to see how it works. So we're going to bring in the file right in here. So we're going to the folder and we're going to bring in all the stems. I'm going to drag and drop right here. So it's loading the files, right? Boom. So guys, you can see the whole file is right here on the song project. Okay, so FL Studio has exported the main current project. This is the main current project, which is the master section of, which is the master where everything is rendered into one file. This is the one file in case you put it as a reminder on the backup. So for the sake of this, I'm just going to remove this. Just go to delete. Then we'll also have the master project here. So delete. I'm going to delete this. So when I have the main file, so right here, also in this track, you can also decide to retitle the different track. You can click auto rename. So auto rename will automatically rename via the title on the file. So we'll just go to auto rename. So if you go to auto rename, it will automatically pick this name right here on the file and it will put it there like this. So if you don't want to do the auto rename, you just also can rename. You can just change rename and title it whatever you want to title it. Okay, but for auto rename, I think it's quite faster for you. We'll just go to auto rename. Auto name. Beautiful. So you can see all the different channel, all the different track are all renamed according to the file. So this will not help your file to be organized and the different places to mix. So you can also want to move your track up. You can as well move this. So in case you want to move your track up, maybe you leave your track and you want this particular track to be right here to just reshuffle them individually. So you can as well do that. Just go move up. Beautiful. You can just move up. I'm taking the hi-hat up. Maybe I want to change the position. Just put it right there. Okay, boom. Then maybe I want to put the kick right here. So we have our kick here. We just move the kick up. Maybe we want to put the kick. So depending the order of arrangement that you like, you just decide to and put them in their individual places. So this is pretty much especially on how to export stems in FL Studio, right? So this is pretty much on how you export stems in FL Studio. So make sure you do it to subscribe and like this video if you find it helpful. So do it to subscribe and put on the notification so that whenever we upload new video, you can get a notification. So in the next video, you're going to see how to arrange beats in FL Studio. So I'm going to put that video right in the next video, how to arrange beats in FL Studio. So do well to watch the next video. See you guys.